Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Ben Fire here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to run the New York Giants defense. Now, this is a full free ebook, and I just want to thank you guys for clicking on the video. Make sure to stay tuned for the whole video for the best defense in Madden and be able to clamp up your opponents in any way, any offense that they're trying to run. So starting off, I'm just going to go from the bottom up. I'm in the dollar formation. As you guys see, this is probably my second favorite defense in the entire playbook. I have pretty much two plays that I like to go to. First is going to be the DB Fire 2, and the second is going to be Cover 1 Press. So I'm going to be going over both of them. So just come out in DB Fire 2 Press first, and against this play I'm just going to come out in a random shotgun pass. Alright, so our setup for this, usually what I like to run is I like to manually man these guys up on who they're aligned with and put this soft squat in a cloud flat, because if it remains in the soft squat, sometimes they will follow their players on, like, if they're on a post, they will follow them. Something else you can do if you want, you can put these slot corners in a vert hook just like this, and you will obviously be putting this guy in a middle third. So here's our full setup. All you pretty much have to do is watch over the middle. This stops those seam routes that are annoying. If you're a cover 3 player, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, for my first setup, I'm just going to go ahead and run it like this. So here's our full setup, and you're just going to be using this guy over the middle, Jalen Smith. Here, we're just looking for like any posts that will get hit. We're really not too much paying attention to these slot guys, because they should be getting boxed up with all the zones on the field and individually manned up. We're just pretty much paying attention to the tight end and those deep receivers. If the deep receivers are over the middle, we have to pay attention to that. So what I like to do is just crash up as well with your D-line. Better sheds, especially against this 5 wide here. So we're just going to let the snap play out. And we're looking for drags, pretty much simple things over the middle. That was actually the perfect play they could have ran to stop the defense, but if they had the vert hook there, it would have been stopped. So in this situation, you see there's nobody there. What I'm going to do is just man up this left of screen corner, and I'm going to put this guy on this A corner in a vert hook. Or can I not put him in the vert hook? There we go. So just had to move him over a little. So here's going to be our full setup. We don't really have to worry about the right side of the field if he is running that corner route with the tight end that they just did. And we have that slot guy box in case he's running a corner route as well. We're just looking for that. Obviously, we assume one of these guys in this formation is going to be on a flat. And we're going to be worried about anybody just pretty much over the middle on our side. So wait for the snap to play out, and boom, we're looking. We cover this drag, and that was a pretty short gain, just a check down. Obviously, in MUT, everybody's not going to make the perfect read. This is the CPU. Just want to let that be known again, that this is a CPU on all Madden. They're going to make the right read pretty much 90% of the time. Anyway, this time we're rocking with the 2 vert hooks against this 5 wide, looking for drags, anything, and of course they run the same play. That's just my luck, I guess. But yeah, no one's really ever running that. No one ever runs that play, but the CPU knows what the CPU wants. So here's our setup one more time. I'm going to show you guys one last time here out of this DB Fire 2. You can obviously send the blitz, but it takes very long to move those cornerbacks in. I do have the blitz on my channel if you guys want to check that out individually. Anyway, here in the spread, we got this 4 verticals, and oh my god, the game's just trash, but what can I say? I was right there, and I couldn't make a tackle. Anyway, this is going to come out in our next play, the Cover 1 Press. I don't really want to be audibling to it every single play, so I like to come out in a flipped like that. And alright, so our setup for this is very simple. I'll just press first, and then all we're doing is putting these linebackers in the middle of the field in curl flats or hard flats, and if they're in curl flats, I like to put them in clouds. If not, you can keep one in the hard, one in the cloud by just doing the cloud and then manually putting Van Der Esch back in the hard flat like this. So, and then you're obviously we're going to be worried about the running back first. If you don't want to worry about the running back, just put that guy on the right. But here you guys see it gets completely boxed, and we end up getting the sack. Very good defense. I definitely recommend this. I've been running it a lot lately, and I've just been destroying people. So sometimes I just like to put this left of screen linebacker in a hard flat, so I don't even have to worry about the running back, because as you guys see, nobody's manned up on him. But if I see that he is in a wheel, I'm gonna have to manually cover that unless we get sacked. Here he's just in a flat. We have a C route, and just click on. He's Byron Jones sticks like glue, and that is an easy breakup for us. So this defense is definitely very overpowered in my opinion. Not many adjustments you have to make, and it just boxes the entire field. Obviously there's going to be some man beating routes, but we also have those zones to defend against the corner out routes that destroy a little bit more. So again, showing our cover 1 press, we see nobody slants. Kind of surprised Van Der Esch didn't play that, or Jalen Smith, but it is what it is. Here's our setup once again. Crash up, force some better sheds, and just press. Putting those guys in the cloud flats, obviously. Wait for them to hike it. We get like a vertical scheme, and that is boxed. Very short gain for them. They just had to like quickly throw that hitch, and they barely caught that. If that's not all Madden, that's not a catch. But yeah, you guys pretty much get this cover 1 press. It's a very good play, as you guys saw, and very successful. So that's going to take us to our next formation. I don't even really like to run the over G, so I'm not going to show it. It's just another key point of the defense if you are an over G player. They just kind of nerfed it, made it pretty awful. So the formation that I am going to be showing you guys, though, is this nickel normal. I have a separate video on this nickel blitz too, so make sure to go check it out if you haven't already. So our nickel blitz 2, as you guys see, it's probably the most called play call I have on defense. I just love this play, and this is pretty much the only play I run out of this formation. If I want to switch up, if it's like 3rd and 30, I might just come out in this cover 3 sky, but for the most part I'm just coming out in nickel blitz, and it is very successful. My setup, I'm just going to show the blitz first. All you have to do is this. So all we're doing is just pressing, and then we're moving that corner in. We're manually blitzing Jalen Smith, and if you want to get a little bit adjusty, if you know that the blitz is going to come through, then do something like this. They shouldn't really have anything open. You can even do this to get that vert hook on the field. And then all you're going to do is hover this guy real quick and try to engage really quick if you can. If not, it's fine. So as you see, I couldn't really engage there, and they actually ended up finding someone wide open. And since they love to delay this video, they're going to make him go to the house. Somehow, Jesse James is not faster than any player on the Cowboys. I know that for a fact. But here you guys see, if you're not using Jalen Smith, he's automatically going to line up there, which is why it's very easy to set this blitz up. You see he's already gets that hover animation. And so I'm just going to run the play like this normally, not get too adjusty. Hover. And here I see that they sent 5 people out on the route. I obviously don't need to engage if that is the case. So I'm just going to quickly back away. Here again, I like to move him in just a little bit, because if not, it could take too long. He will be able to find an open read. You can run hard flats as well to get rid of any quick outs from the slot, any zigs, anything. Slants kind of kills it, but that's going to take us to our next part of the video. I showed you guys the blitz already. Actually, this is a good setup. It's pretty much already set up for me, so I'm just going to run like this. You can obviously turn this into a man coverage like this, and just use any quick over the middle routes. So I'm just going to show that real quick before we head to our next setup. I have to cover this DB, but you guys saw he ended up getting the corner open somehow. I don't know how the pressure didn't get there. The pressure did get there, but it just didn't really work. That's going to take us to our next part of the video. It's going to be our coverage scheme out of this nickel blitz 2. So all I'm going to do is just put cloud flats on the field, and I'm just going to put Y in a vertical hook and X in that middle third. Pretty basic cover 2. I'm going to slant up as well. Just your traditional cover 2. This time we don't really have to worry about the left side. We can get a little bit better coverage from the right side, and we don't have to worry about anything too deep over the middle. Any complete cover 2 beaters without a middle third. So here we are, we're looking, we see nothing open. Somehow he catches the ball. Freaking Matthew Stafford on drugs. Somehow he's making every read. He's taking mind drugs. But anyway, here's our setup once again. Should have everything boxed. And here we are, clamping up. It's C routes. And I missed the hit stick, but if I land that, it's only like a 3-yard gain. And yeah, that's pretty great defense. Obviously, this would be easier if I was running it with 2 controllers. Here I'm going to show the blitz again. This situation, I like to show the blitz because they have the trips on the right side. I can do something like this. That should box it unless they run a quick out with any of those players. And on the weak side, I'm just going to run like something like this. So this would be my full setup. You're just watching that slot guy. Basically turning it into a cover 1. As you guys see, I just user that and it is completely clamped. That is why I love running it to the side. I didn't even have to hover over the guy. So back to our actual coverage. In this situation, I'm definitely not going to be running the blitz because they have the trips on that side. I could flip, but I like to have strong with the strong side. So we're just going to run it like this. Here we're getting a PA crossers type of look. And here we get verticals. And they end up finding receiver wide opens. So not sure why the hook doesn't cover that. Not sure who he's covering. But yeah, that's pretty much all for my nickel normal. Next up, we got our nickel 3-3-5. This is a pretty simple play. You're just going to run it regularly. You just want your fastest corner here. He's going to be blitzing a lot of the time. And just get some good coverage linebackers. Alright, so our setup, what I like to do usually is just run it like this. And then user up in the middle. You get sometimes it gets glitchy. You guys will see in the bunch. Get hit sticked. This pressure must have got to him. They made the quick read and we ended up getting him open. So here again, you just want to have him sort of disguised almost. In this situation, I'm probably going to be, just using the same guy. And we're sending that heat off that side. So we're obviously looking. I had that completely covered. Even if they did through that, I think it would have been a drop. But you guys see it says resisted pressure from Matt Stafford. You guys can see the pressures coming through. That's why we want some fast guys right here, sending the heat off of. So we're looking for the flats here. We're in the split back situation. We have the streak. I'm just clamping up. Steps up in the pocket and he gets sacked. Nothing was open. He had that streak open, but he wouldn't have really been able to get that off. In this situation, I'm not really going to blitz. It's a 5 wide, so what I just do is put this guy here and something like this. Put this Y. Put your slot corner in a vert hook and just put that middle guy in the middle third and just user this linebacker. I would even hard flat as well to take away the drags. Alright, we got this drag covered and click on make a play. Easy interception for George Iloka. Yeah, I've actually do get a ton of success out of this 3-3-5 formation, although it's not my favorite to run for whatever reason. I just struggle to run it sometimes. I do have good success with it. Again, here's our setup. Now you can actually obviously run it stock, something like this. You don't even have to blitz this guy, but you can. And then you can go ahead and shift your linebackers to the left. It'll turn into something like this, which can get a little bit glitchy, but look at the run support, look at the run fits. They're going to have the easy lane for the base. They're just dumping it down. And yeah, you see pressure must have got through a little bit. And I'm just going to show you guys a couple more times. In this situation, I'd probably just send this guy off the edge, run it with something like this. Just get the traditional 4-man heat. Sometimes it can get a little bit glitchy. They're going to have to take the drag, and we can make an easy open field tackle to reduce the yardage. So, again, we get a 5 wide. I already showed you guys my 5 wide setup just to refresh. Here it is. Just user Sean Lee, turn that slot corner into a vert hook, and put that middle linebacker in the middle third. So here we get curls, and we end up breaking up the pass easily with Byron Jones. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the last two formations. Here we got the 4-4 split, which is a run defense. It's, as you guys see, I do have a ton of calls. 115. This is my go-to call to stop the run. I also like this cover 4 drop show too, but I just, for some reason, I have more success out of the 4-4 split, so I just prefer it. And I'm just gonna go to run and just call a random run. So usually my setups for run plays, if it's an inside zone, I'm just gonna crash down and spread my linebackers because it's a little more spread out. I don't really like to pinch my D line on this type of a situation because they can easily cut to the outside and it'll make these guys sort of ineffective. So I'm just gonna leave it the same for an inside zone setup. And you guys see the trap. We're able to follow. Jalen Smith gets a wide open lane on the running back, and it's an easy tackle. Alright, so here we get another inside zone setup. If I pinch, you guys can see, look at how much space he has over here. This guy would probably get picked up by the left tackle, and it would be very bad. So just go ahead and leave it like this. Crash inside and spread your linebackers. So something like this. Also press. Unless they have a Tyreek Hill, which I would just manually back this guy off. Let's say that Kenny Galladay's Tyreek Hill. Just do something like that. And then, boom, it's a draw. They actually get good blocks, but I don't really know any people that run draws too much. It's not a very popular play here. It's a goal line set, so I'm just going to baseline press. Crash or spread my D line in, pinch my D line, slant inside, and spread my linebackers. We're gonna be probably, if it's on a goal line, just use this guy. And we're looking for a fullback dive, power O toss situation. It is a fullback dive, and as you guys see, that's completely clamped. Tyron Crawford even got a shed. He just engaged onto the wrong guy. Here we get another shotgun run. Not sure why we're not getting dives or something. But again, just crash inside, spread those linebackers. In a spread situation like this, they shouldn't have anything open. Another draw, and you guys see we get the shed. We also had Jalen Smith coming up there to make a tackle as well. So I guess we're getting a quarterback draw. I'm gonna go ahead and show you, since I wanted to go against some single back runs, I'm just gonna go ahead and manually make that case. So I'll do inside handoffs because these are the ones that are pretty frustrating to go up against online. I didn't even set my defense, but you see we were actually able to blow it up. Our full defense, as you guys see, we get a perfect formation here. What I'm going to do is baseline press, pinch my D-line, crash in, and spread my linebackers. So here's our full setup. It shouldn't really be anywhere to run. Up the middle is clamped, and we have all those guys on the outside as well. So we get an inside zone, and you guys see 3 guys right there. The user, Jalen Smith, and that linebacker on the right. Especially against a tight formation like that. Here where, I don't know, it's kind of unpredictable whether he's running a dive. I'm just going to pinch in case. It's not too much of a difference. And we are spreading our linebackers again with the regular press. And you guys can see it's just boom, clamped, easy. We had DeMarcus Lawrence there. We had my user, and we had Antoine Woods. Another goal line situation. So here's our setup again. And we get the power O. Or I'm not actually sure what that was, but you guys saw it got clamped. Just going to show you guys one more time here, our setup for the inside runs. You already, obviously with the inside zone, you're not, it's just, the only difference is you're not pinching those D linemen. Here again, inside zone, boom, 2 block sheds. We had Van Der Esch as well off the edge. It's just easy defense, very simple, basic setup, and it's super effective. It's going to take us to our last formation. Now, I actually do kind of run some cover 2 if I want a pass and run defense hybrid, but it's not very good. There's a way better cover 2s. Like I already showed you guys, we have this nickel 335 and dollar as well. So I'm just going to show you guys another run defense that I like to run on the goal line. Or if someone's just spamming the run, you know he's not going to pass. Come out in this cover 4 drop show 2. Many of you should probably know what this is. So to start, I'm just going to come out and inside handoffs. And my full setup for this, I don't know, it's just going to be, sorry about that, I thought for some reason I clicked single back handoffs and they come out in the gun. But anyway, our setup's going to be baseline press and just pretty much the same exact setup that I ran. We just get a little bit better run fits, and some reason automatically if you crash your linebackers in, they will automatically go to contain, so you have to just double check, manually do that twice. Here we get the inside zone. I shoot the gap, and we have Van Der Esch on the other side, as well as Byron Jones ready to destroy. Here we get the goal line, which sometimes I do like to run a little bit more than the 4-4 split if it is a complete goal line situation. So again, we get that run. I missed the tackle, but it still ends up being minimal damage on the carry. Again, here's our setup. In a situation like this where it's spread out, you kind of want to leave those linebackers, those D linemen like that, because we have all this box support from the safeties. You see the motion, and definitely run to the left. Jalen Smith right there to make the tackle. We also had Iloka there as well in case he breaks a tackle. You guys know Marcus Allen in this game. You can even just run it like this. Just do a simple baseline and crash down. That is effective as well. Spread your linebackers. Do whatever. It still works. Here we get the 0-1 trap. Van Der Esch right there. D-Law with the shed as well. And yeah, so that is going to be my cover 4 run D. If you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like on it, show your support, subscribe to the channel for some more fire Madden 20 tips. Go check out my other videos for some great offensive and defensive schemes, as well as the ebooks and formation and play breakdowns. So got some fire on the channel, and make sure to leave some comments down below, suggestions on videos you would like to see me make next. And yeah, peace.